this process, the job interview. I'm doing well, right? I'm personable, competent. My last employer, taters? What's the difference? Not even in the same field. I was the greeter. It says family restaurant, stood by the door, greeted people. I was very friendly, personable. I was a people person. 8 hours a day, stayed at my station. I liked the job, and management liked me. 2 years, no complaints, not one sick day. Then they did it. They brought it in. Thought it was cute at first. Was the first one to use it. The chicken machine. It was a vending machine. You've seen them. A glass case full of plastic eggs. Up top, this big robotic chicken. Name on the side in bold letters, Clucky. It was 50 cents, 2 quarters, plunk, plunk. Thing squawked. Buck, 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 buck. Egg falls out the chute. Full plastic junk. So the boss plugs it in. I was first one, put in my quarters, plunk, plunk. Buck, 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 buck. Hey, that's cute. Got a plastic horseshoe. It's a good omen. Buck, 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 buck. That was cute the first week. Buck, 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 buck. Second week, not so cute. Buck, 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 buck. It clucked every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, some malicious child would ask his evil parents for change. 50 cents, 2 quarters, plunk, plunk, buck, 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 buck. At least one cluck every 5 minutes. I timed it. That's 12 clucks an hour. 8 hours a day, that's 96 clucks a day. 5 days a week, that's 480 clucks a week. 1,920 clucks a month. It was debilitating. I'm not smiling as much, not sleeping as well. I went to the management. I said, can we move Clucky? He said, no, that's the best spot for it. I said, can we move my station? He said, no, you got to be by the front door to greet people. I developed a tic, an irrational fear of quarters, hair coming out in clumps. Every time a child entered that door, a ball of terror in my solar plexus. One day, no one's looking. I ripped that plug out the wall. Now that bought me some time. It worked for a few days, and then someone saw me, was caught, and got bawled out. Don't unplug Clucky. Everybody loves Clucky. So I started putting things in the coin slots, piece of napkin and cardboard. Temporary but sweet relief. I watch children come up, try to put their money in, start to cry. Mama, the chicken's broken. And I would laugh. Oh, the sound of weeping children became pleasurable to me. But as always, the inevitable janitor with a pair of pliers, and the monster robot chicken would be as good as new. Buck, 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 buck. Oh, you mock me, robot chicken, but I will dance on your mechanical grave. Anyway, back to this. Other jobs, good references, and computer literate. Convictions. Yes. Why? I'm not being obstinate. But will this job involve my working alongside a squawking mechanical chicken? Then what's the difference? You're judging. You're judging me, you're judging the situation. Well, you try this on for size. Buck, 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 buck. 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 Buck, 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 Now you multiply that by 100 times and you have my typical work day. You know, I actually bribed the children, paid them cash money not to use Clucky. You know what they did? They took my money, and it went to the change machine for quarters. You know, I didn't want to quit. Yeah, I thought it would end eventually, reasonably. I mean, there had to be someone else complaining, sick. Management? They didn't give a hoot. Just said, stop sabotaging Clucky. Everybody loves Clucky. You know how that feels? No power, no say-so. Extorting money from children was more important than my health. And that's when the little fire started. No one knew why. Just all of a sudden the machine would be on fire. Water all over the electrical outlet. Metal objects jammed into it. No one knew. Who? Management? They never got the hint. Just kept rescuing Clucky. Put a white picket fence around him. Now, they'll tell you if you call, and they're wrong. I did not break in. Not a break-in. I had my own key. My own key. You know, sometimes I opened, closed. I was very responsible, respected. All right, middle of the night, no one there. Now, you got to understand the state I was in. Exhaustion, sleep deprivation, malnutrition, depression. Yeah, I brought a dolly. You know, I was just going to move Clucky, hide Clucky somewhere. So I inserted the dolly, the blade of the dolly, and it was heavy. Had no idea it'd be that heavy. Oh, and Clucky, up in her bubble, big eyes goggling at me like she's watching. Had to rock it back and forth, to balance it on the dolly. I had to. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Finally, rocks back. Tips on top of me. Now I'm holding, trying to support the weight. Now it's all glass and I can't move. And it's slipping, bending me back. And the glass cracks, bites into my hand. I'm bleeding. And Clucky, up in a bubble, staring at me, watching me go down. Clucky is trying to kill me. Oh, I was furious. So I squeezed barely out. And all that weight just smashed all over the floor. And then I kicked open that bubble. And I reached down and I pulled Clucky out of her nest and I said, I will pluck your clucker. Turned out the manager wasn't gone. Stayed late, standing at the door. Now, they'll tell you if you call, and they're lying, they're fabricating. They'll tell you that I was doing this mad little dance with Clucky's head. No dancing, I wasn't dancing. I was crushing her eggs. I went to the hospital, kind of a hospital. Charges were pressed, breaking and entering, vandalism, destruction of property. Guilty, 6 months, served, out. I feel better now. I learned my lesson. What lesson? What I learned? If you're feeling crazy, if you're thinking of doing something crazy, don't leave witnesses.